Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Little Hawkeye Conference matchup between the 13-3, 11th ranked Grinnell Tigers and the 1-15 Oskaloosa Indians. Hello, everyone. I'm Blake Walker, along with my partner Dan Walker. Craig Seeks running our camera, and welcome to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. We got a fun game tonight. Grinnell coming off a win against who did we play on Tuesday night? Grinnell got a big win against Pella Christian. That's what I'm trying to say. Grinnell got a big win against Pella Christian. They turn around here on a Thursday night. This is supposed to be a makeup game for January 24th. That was supposed to be Hoops for Hope night. It is not Hoops for Hope night. It's just a single girls basketball game. The boys play on the 18th of February, so we got a little bit. But Grinnell gets a fun game tonight. Tonight should be interesting because tomorrow night Indianola comes to town, and Grinnell can't overlook this game because Oskaloosa can play close to anybody. But Oski looking for their first win of the year in Little Hawkeye Conference play. Grinnell on top. Currently in front by 2 games. It's going to have to take an effort by Indianola if they're going to fall. But Indianola could use a little help, and that starts tonight with Oskaloosa. So we'll just have to see what happens. We're going to take a quick break, get the lineups and stuff set, and we'll get you going for Grinnell versus Oskaloosa. You're watching the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Ivy Schmidt, Sarah Gosling, Meredith McKnight, Hayden Hole, and McKenna McKnight all starting tonight for Grinnell High School as they take on Oskaloosa, the #1 in the conference versus the last place team in the conference. Oski looking to pull a big upset tonight. Grinnell's got a big game tomorrow night. They can't overlook tonight's opponent. We got a fun night of basketball coming up. So it looks like it's going to be Amanda Fay and Ivy Schmidt to tip off at the top of the key. Not a lot that you see your point guard tipping off at the top.
Before we get started, this first quarter is brought to us by Brent Nickel State Farm. Stop in and see Brent Nickel. All your insurance needs.
Grinnell struggled shooting from behind the arc against Pella Christian on Tuesday night. They'll look to improve that. Because nights like those, you can't be having a ton of those as you get toward the end of the season. Grinnell kicks this thing around the top of the key to start the ball game and just can't seem to get anything quite open that they'd like. Meredith McKnight tosses up to Ivy Schmidt. They keep moving it around. Someone's open. It's finally going to be Meredith McKnight. She'll splash home the first three-pointer, first Poly-Eyes three-pointer of the night. It's exactly what Grinnell needs to see. Oskaloosa will race this thing up court. Grinnell was able to defeat Oskaloosa the first time these two teams met all the way back at the beginning of January, or all the way at the beginning of December, as there's a nice shot up and in by Mary Nelson. And in that game, Oskaloosa hung around for quite a bit of that first half. Grinnell was able to pull away late as Meredith McKnight goes down low and grabs her second point of the night. It's a 5-2 advantage for Grinnell early. That ball poked out of bounds will remain Oskaloosa basketball. (5-2), 6:43 remaining here in the first quarter. We're getting going, just getting going here at Grinnell High School. A different type of start tonight. The game was kind of moved up. There's a variety show concert as there's a three-pointer splashed home by number 14, Macy Cryer. But no one gets back, and Gosling fires a three and knocks it down. It's just going to be a 2. Never mind, they called it on the line. The lead is 7-5, but yes, there's a concert tonight at Grinnell High School at 7:30, so they're trying their best to try to get this thing over with beforehand, so there's not many conflicts. And no, there will not be a boys game after this. That is scheduled for February 18th. Last game of the season for those two squads. How fitting. They began the season with each other pretty much, and they're going to end the season with each other. Ivy Schmidt goes all the way and gets the layup to go for Grinnell. It's a 9-5 advantage. And the press forces a bad throw, and it'll be out of bounds on Oskaloosa. Grinnell basketball. Bear with us on our time. We're trying to get that all set up. We had our podcast, the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network podcast, episode number 35. We did it early, and we did it during the JV game because we had Chad Beck, the wrestling coach, come up and chat with us. So thanks to Chad for doing that. So we were kind of pushed in a rush here to get this game brought to you. Well, we're glad to be here. Here's a long pass up court and a layup off the glass up and good. And Kaylee Johnson knocks one in. 9-7, Grinnell on top. Gosling gets wide open again for 3, and it rims out, rebound bounced around. Gosling can't grab back the board. 10-9, Oskaloosa leads over Grinnell. It's a fast start for the Indians. McKnight up to her sister, and Meredith can't get it to go, and the rebound fought for and taken away. And Oski will try to break the press. That was Chad Beck who came in front of the camera there. He was giving back my phone. He took my phone while he was interviewed. Neighbors checks in, so does Leah Harris. I want to give a shout out to Kylie. She just today committed to Hawkeye Community College, the Red Tails, and she will be doing track and field. So congratulations to Kylie.
A lot of student athletes are jumping over and making that decision this past week.
Parker Johnson
made a decision to play football up in Northwestern. Of course, Dodge Sauser making this commitment to Iowa State over the weekend. Jake Hull made the announcement late last night that he's going to be continuing his education with Grinnell College, playing basketball and baseball. So quite a few people excited about that. We continue to watch Jake in the next 4 years as he plays baseball and basketball.
Kelsey Van Copernal's in the game. I didn't get her name coming in, but she hit a 3. Leah Harris fires a 3 and won't get it to go. Caitlin Van Copernal was sick on Tuesday night. She was not able to play in the game against Pella Christian, so Kelsey was basically her replacement. Now those two playing most of the night here. Kelsey gets the first points off the bench. And it's 12-10, Grinnell on top of Oskaloosa. There's a tip pass, and W Oskaloosa taking the ball out of bounds. Oski's coming out swinging here in this first quarter, as we saw in the first game of the season these two teams faced. Cryer gets it up top to Faye. Faye tried to take it all the way, back to Cryer. Good defense by Neighbors, but Faye gets it back and puts it right back up and in. And we're tied, 12-12 here at Grinnell High School.
You know, when we first met, this was the first team that we played for the Little Hawkeye Conference, and Oski played very competitive against Grinnell. I think actually surprised Grinnell until about the second half, and they pulled away, getting the win. So, you know, there's a lot of things that Oski's actually learned about Grinnell that they're coming in here and playing competitive.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Oskaloosa play a ton. I'm very shocked, for one, that Oskaloosa only has one victory on the year. I think they're a very good basketball team, and, you know, they play in a tough conference. I give them that, but I think Oskaloosa have a pretty good year next year, no matter what happens to end off this season. We're not up, though, 12-12. Rankings came out yesterday for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Grinnell did not move. They are still 11th in 3A. Sarah Gosling's going to fire a 3 from the corner. It's not going to go, and the rebound is fought for. We're going to have a foul on Hayden Hull. But yeah, Grinnell didn't move. Sitting 11th. I don't know what it's going to take for Grinnell to move anymore. Hayden Hull, that one goes off of her knee, and it's going to remain Oskaloosa basketball. .245 remaining here in the quarter. There's another high pass. So Oskaloosa's turning the ball over just a little bit more than Grinnell has so far, and what Grinnell just can't seem to do with anything with their offense. There's another cold spell out from the top. Here's Hayden Hull at the top of the key. She'll spin and go all the way. The floater won't go. Rebound fought for and taken away by Amanda Faye. Oski's going to push up top. And all the way, blocked on the other end by Neighbors. Nice job. Because of the rush tonight, I have makeshift Oskaloosa roster here. Let me pull up. That was Brooke Allen who was there on that shot attempt. Faye has it off the inbound. And Gosling strips it away. Gosling picks it up. She's got open floor in front. It's going to be a one-on-one. Sarah goes up off the glass. It won't go. Harris is on the rebound, but couldn't quite fight it away. Good defense by Oskaloosa. They push up the other way, and Johnson goes coast to coast. She can't get it to go. Everybody's on the floor for the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball, and it'll be Oskaloosa basketball. So Ivy checks into the ballgame. It's got to worry you just a little bit, doesn't it, that, you know, you have the second best team in the conference coming tomorrow night, and Grinnell struggling against Oskaloosa here in the first quarter.
You know, it's just, you wonder if there's something that they have figured out about them or what, but.
Now, granted, the flu has hit a lot of people hard at the high school the past couple of days from what we've heard. Obviously, hopefully it didn't go too far around the team since Van Copernal had it. Gosling gets another chance from the corner, and it rims out again. Rebound fallen for. Ivy Schmidt's able to pick it back up, leaves Meredith McKnight wide open for 3, and it won't go again. But I feel like everyone in the conference is fighting with the sickness problem that's going around the state. So, and no, we're not talking about the coronavirus. We're talking about influenza B. Well, we're still knotted up with 1:11 remaining. Here's a pull for three. It's not going to go, and Hayden Hull's on the rebound. That's another thing. Oski's not missing any rebounds. They're going after it. Meredith wants to go baseline, kicks back outside to Ivy. McKenna gets left wide open for three, and it won't go, and the rebound is again tipped out. Edson frustrated on the sidelines, but it's hard when the shots aren't going, and the shots are going for Oskaloosa. It's a 14-12 lead for the Indians with 37 seconds left here in the quarter. Meredith McKnight back to the corner. Sarah Gosling left again, and she can't hit it. But Ivy Schmidt snags the rebound. She'll back up with 26 seconds left. Hayden Hull left wide open. She'll fire a three, and it rims out as well. Oski with the rebound. Nice pass down low to Faye, and Faye puts it in off the glass. 9 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Meredith's going to race it up court. 5 seconds. Meredith over to Hayden. Hayden fires a deep one at the buzzer. It won't go, and the rough first quarter comes to an end. 16-12. Grinnell trails Oskaloosa. We'll see you in the second quarter.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street. Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Whether you want it or not. Only at
Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza and West Bench Auto Plaza. Thank you to those two for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. And this quarter is brought to you by Brett Nichols State Farm. Well, Dad, is it crazy? I was thinking about it during the break. Is it crazy to think that shooting so many three-pointers could just get you tired?
No, it's possible. You know, I've said in the past, if you can't live on your three-point ball game, Ivy Schmidt there with the drive towards the lane, that's what you need to start doing. You just can't depend on it. If it's not working, you got to switch and change something different.
If it's broke, you better fix it. Oskaloosa on top, 16-14 over Grinnell, and we got a travel on Amanda Faye. Only one foul committed this whole game, and it was on Ivy Schmidt, I believe, in the first quarter. Grinnell trails 14-16 against Oskaloosa. Here's Caitlin Van Kopernall over to Schmidt at the top of the key. Grinnell looks to work it around offensively. Meredith hands over to Leah Harris. Back to Meredith. Someone's open. It's going to be Van Kopernall. She's not going to shoot it. Cross court to Meredith. Meredith makes a quick move, cut back outside. Ivy Schmidt for three. Again won't fall, and the rebound taken away by Oski. McKenna steals it off the back, and McKnight can't put it up and in. Grinnell just can't seem to find the bottom of the bucket, and that's two big games in a row. Deep three-pointer rims out for Oski, and that's going to be out of bounds on Oski, and it should be Grinnell ball. Yes. Well, the thing with Oskaloosa is their zone, they're really quick with it. I mean, like, they get over, they're right to the defender right when Grinnell gets there.
Their recovery to the ball is good, and that's, you know, your expectations. That's what you coach a team. You want to have that result.
Harris spots up, got blocked. Rebound taken away by Oskaloosa. And that was Grace Flattery. or Gracie Flattery. And what we have a foul on. That was on Macy Cryer. Grinnell's lead is 2 with 6:17 remaining here in the first half. McKenna was like, you might as well just take it. Oski gets around the double team. The floater won't go, but no one's down to rebound, and the layup is up and good by Aubrey Blanco. 18-14. Grinnell fans pretty stunned here in the first half, and we're going to have a double dribble on Ivy Schmidt.
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet crowd. And then, you know, one thing that's kind of different is the cheerleaders not here, but I think a lot of the cheerleaders are in the variety show, so that's kind of a missing aspect that would help get
student
the crowd.
section's got to get into it.
Yeah.
You know? I don't have Dodge's number. If I did, I'd text him and be like, hey, man, let's get it going. There's a three-pointer for the corner. Good. My goodness. Gracie Flattery knocks it down. It is a 7-point ball game. Ivy Schmidt kicks to the corner. And we got a foul down low. And, of course, Meredith made the three that didn't count.
So team foul number 2 for Oski.
And we got to reach across the chest. So McKnight, a quick 2 fouls committed by Oskaloosa.
And 2 fouls on the same. So that's her second foul, team foul number 3 for Oskaloosa.
Ivy Schmidt has it here. The offense got to get going. Meredith puts it on the post and shoots up a bad shot, and it's off the back. Not going to go. And Oski looks to push. Nice pass down to the corner, back up top. Leah Harris with the interception. Gosling going to push it up. Back to Ivy. Back up top to McKenna. Back to Meredith. Grinnell, so many chances for a shot. They're just not wanting to take it. Ivy down low to McKenna. McKenna outside to Leah Harris. Leah chucks up a 3, and it won't go. Airballed. Gosling gets the rebound. Ivy floats it in. It won't go. Harris back on the boards, though. And they'll reset. Cross court to Sarah. Sarah cross back up to Ivy.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, that Oskaloosa is very quick on the baseline cover, so they present the problem of getting the hand in the face where we're typically really quick to get that shot off.
We got a jump ball. It's Oskaloosa ball. Neighbors and Hull will check in. Both the McKnight sisters will check out. Well, I can tell you right now, I don't think it's in the game plan for Grinnell to have a tight game tonight and then expect Indianola to come in and basically be a cakewalk. There's a high pass. Oski gets it in. Here come the Indians back the other way, and a layup off the glass is going to go. 23-14. It's a 9-point lead for Oskaloosa. Gosling for 3 in the corner. It finally goes. It's a Poly-Eyes three-pointer for Sarah.
I think for a second Joey Poly-Eye might have been thinking his three-point was a jinx tonight, but good to see the triple topping Poly-Eyes pizza fall out of the sky.
Grinnell can't grab a rebound, and it's killing them defensively. Nelson got it down low. It's going to be out of bounds, and it'll be Grinnell basketball. Well, what do you do to – I mean, you can't tell your players to be faster, but if Oski's breaking the zone so well, what do you tell Grinnell? I mean, if you're on the line.
I think some of the reason is that I don't know, there must have been some sickness because I still see quite a few people that are getting spun through playing that don't normally, with another Poly-Ice 3 from Ivy Schmidt.
We jinxed it. Here they come. 23-20, 2 straight three-pointers. Edson wants to fire his team up. Neighbors almost had the steal. Oski throws a loose pass, and somehow there was a timeout called. No one had possession.
There's no ball control.
No one had possession. All right, well, I guess the timeout was called before they threw it away.
Okay,
we'll take one with them.
Take them with it.
Let's pinch out.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local mutual insurance company, my agent was able to cover everything. giving us more trust in tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. It's brought to you by Grinnell Mutual. Thanks to Grinnell Mutual for sponsoring. That timeout was brought to you by Marlene Johnson Farm Bureau Financial Services. Here's a spot-up three-pointer that won't go for Oskaloosa. Neighbors on the glass. And Ivy will bring it up. Grinnell's hit 2 straight three-pointers, and we got a official timeout. Did we have another clock problem?
I don't know.
He just randomly stopped. I don't know. I really don't know what that was all about. Well, if you didn't know, there was a big clock problem at the end of the Pella Christian game on Tuesday night, which didn't alter the game, but definitely wasn't.
Even though there's no instant replay, but we are the only one through the Tiger Sports Livestream Network that has evidence of what truly transpired.
Well, that and Huddle.
Huddle, yeah.
I've also been told that was a glitch with the software.
Yep.
And
Not the operator.
Yeah.
So
not Dave Schaefer's.
I know
fault.
Dave's been taking some harsh comments.
Let's see what they say down here.
There is a bench technical call on Grinnell's bench for an illegal substitution.
So Grinnell had an illegal substitution. I don't know what it could have been, but whoever it was probably just didn't go to the table and check in, and I think that's what happened. So this will be Presley Blomers to go to the line. Is that what you think that would be? I mean, bench technical is illegal substitution?
Well, that's what he said, yes.
Right, but do you think it was just that they didn't go to the table?
Someone just passed through.
Blomers goes 1 for 2 at the line, and Grinnell will get the ball back. I don't know who it was, but
Well, the only two that subbed in was Neighbors and
Hull.
So whether one went by and didn't check in or
Neighbors and one.
So tonight, that's our first trip to the Medicat charity stripe.
Tell you what, Kylie in her short time in the ball game has been pretty big so far. She had that loose tip pass, good on the rebounding end. She can't hit the free throw, but how about Sarah Gosling going to the floor and getting a jump ball and Grinnell ball? There you go. So Neighbors will check out for McKnight. McKenna for 3. Won't go. Ball bounced around. And Faye with the rebound, and they get it off. Oski gets caught. Faye got to get it across the line. They eventually do. Good passing by Oski leads to a wide open layup. 4-point advantage for Oskaloosa. Goslink over to Harris. Back up top. Ivy Schmidt fires a deep 3 and knocks down another.
And just like that brings it back within 1 point. So, it just shows how dominant that three-pointer is to get a team back in the ball game.
I'm telling you, Ivy Schmidt by her senior year could be the equivalent of Caitlin Clark for Dowling Catholic. I truly believe it. Here's a deep three-pointer by Oskaloosa that won't go, but Grinnell can't grab the board. I got to tell you, I feel like they're getting out-rebounded. There's a good fake, but a kick back to Faye. Faye back outside. A deep three-pointer by Nelson, and it rims in. And the lead is back to 4 for the Indians. High pass to Sarah Gosling in the corner. Gosling almost lost it. McKenna McKnight down low. Back outside to Leah Harris. She chucks up a 3, and it won't go. Good rebound by Sarah. Back up to Hayden Hull. Hayden's three-pointer goes. Polly-Eye's three-pointer for Hayden Hull. It's her first points of the night. 56 seconds left.
Brought her back into with a 1 point.
Edson telling his team to keep the pressure up. Here's another three-pointer. This time it won't fall, and we're going to have a foul on Gosling or on Harris.
I think it's on.
No, it's going to be on
15, Schaffner.
Yes. McKenna. Oh. No, that was Gracie Flattery. Gracie Flattery gets called. Kelsey Van Copernal will check into the basketball game. Good to see her back. Hopefully 100% healthy.
I have number 15 as Schaffner, not and Flaherty's number 12.
Oh, well, the quick stat says this flipped around then.
Okay.
We don't know what's right then.
Well, I don't see a number 12 down there in their bench, so.
Both Copernal sisters working with the ball on the top over to the corner. Sarah Goslink for three, and the lead for Grinnell. It's a Poly-Eyes three-pointer for Sarah Goslink. Grinnell's lead is now 31-29. Oski gets it in. Nelson up to Faye. Faye's going to go baseline, and McKenna gets called on the foul. McKenna just looked back to the bench like, what? So Amanda Faye will go to the line to shoot two. Amanda Faye, only a junior. She's had good production tonight, but she misses the first one on the free throw line there. Second one upcoming. That one falls. And we got a substitution.
That wasn't sitting there during the free throw, so it should be.
Yeah, so whoever buzzed the horn shouldn't have buzzed the horn.
She's for the shooter, but she wasn't set when she was there, so.
11 seconds. Grinnell leads by one. Kelsey tried to get it to Caitlin. Oskaloosa forces a steal back the other way. Layup on the other end won't go. And the putback won't go. So Grinnell will go to the locker room leading by one. It's a half to forget. Grinnell leads 31-30 over Oskaloosa. We'll see you in the second half.
Big signs, little signs, ADA, routed, dimensional, digital, environmental graphics, monument, donor and history recognition. We do them all. And more importantly, we work with you to understand what is best for your location, budget, brand, and building code. You don't need to be an expert in design, wayfinding, zoning, materials, installation, or ADA compliance. We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
Strength, stability, service. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, you can count on all three. And you can count on me, Marlene Johnson, your local Farm Bureau agent in Grinnell. I'll help make sure you have the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve. Call me today and see how I can help protect your family, cars, home, and future. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Whether it's three-point shots, slam dunks, fast breaks, big runs, pass plays, touchdowns, or interceptions, the Hometown Heroes has it all in their menu. Stop by at 908 Main Street right here in Grinnell and check out all the menu favorites. And while you're here, check out the big games on one of our mini screens. If you have extra family and friends, check out the back room for extra seating. Stop in and see us today, Hometown Heroes.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and a locally owned pharmacy provides you with personal service from folks who know you and your good health needs. We accept most insurance plans, including most of the Medicare prescription drug plans. And we are there to answer all of your healthcare questions. So why not make the switch to a locally owned and operated pharmacy? Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell on Highway 6 West.
Hey there, I'm Joey Poly-Eye, third generation owner of Poly-Eyes in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you, Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pack Spouse program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polyeis Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and a locally owned pharmacy provides you with personal service from folks who know you and your good health needs. We accept most insurance plans, including most of the Medicare prescription drug plans. And we are there to answer all of your healthcare questions. So why not make the switch to a locally owned and operated pharmacy? Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell on Highway 6 West.
Whether it's three-point shots, slam dunks, fast breaks, big runs, pass plays, touchdowns, or interceptions, the Hometown Heroes has it all in their menu. Stop by at 908 Main Street right here in Grinnell and check out all the menu favorites. And while you're here, check out the big games on one of our mini screens. If you have extra family and friends, check out the back room for extra seating. Stop in and see us today, Hometown Heroes.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polyeis in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pack Spouse program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polyeis Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
All right, welcome back to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Grinnell on top 31-30 over Oskaloosa. It was a half to forget for Grinnell, but still leading by one, and we'll just have to see what happens in the second half. I saw a tweet that caught my eye as I was scrolling through Twitter during halftime. Every year, coaches around the state send their proposals to the National Federation of State High School Associations for possible rule changes, and today was the day that the coaches got to send those out. There was one coach from the state of Iowa who I thought I'd read his two rules that he proposed, which are very highly sought-after rules. Number one is basket interference. So he says basket interference occurs when a player unintentionally slapping or striking the backboard or causing the ring to vibrate while a try or tap is in flight or is touching the backboard or is in the basket or in the cylinder above the basket. So how ironic that we're broadcasting Oskaloosa, but if you've ever noticed it won't matter since Xavier's going off to Iowa State after this year, but if you've noticed, Xavier Foster always has a thing where if he misses a block or he goes after a block, he hits it up against the backboard. That would cause and it's not just Xavier Foster, it's a lot of different players, rings on the backboard, that can affect the shot. So that's one of the rule changes that is coming. And then obviously the next one, when everyone is asking for, is a shot clock, adding a 30-second shot clock to both boys and girls basketball in the state across all of high school. I guess that should be the best thing to say. So those were the two rules that I thought I'd bring up that were proposed. Those were the only two rules that were proposed. And I know last year they go by like a tournament style, like which one should be the most important. Last year the shot clock became one of the finalist rules. Sadly didn't get done, but I feel like we're so close because I think we're seeing it more than ever this year that it's apparent we need a shot clock.
Yeah, especially after what we went through at Dow Center Grimes, for example, the Newton game. Those were all just pretty painful. So I think they're all positives. And actually, I wish we'd start looking at when we play in places that have them, like when we went to Wells Fargo, we should have been using it.
Now, the thing is that they'd have to test it. Now, did they dare test it at the Iowa? Do they test it at the tournament, at the state tournament? You know, I mean, it's a big stage, but who knows? I mean, it was bad last year when I think one of the scores at one of the halftime games for the state tournament in the championship was like 14-8. Like, it's not realistic. But anyway, we're moving on to this second half of action, Grinnell and Oskaloosa. Oski played Grinnell close in the first half. Grinnell was able to start hitting some threes near the end of the game, or end of the first half, and we kind of got going. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Oskaloosa will get the ball to start. And we're off and running. Here's a steal going back the other way. Ivy Schmidt, coast to coast, gets fouled, and she's going to the Medicap charity stripe. Exactly what Grinnell needed. Well, what do you think was said in that halftime locker room?
I think a voice might have been elevated a little bit.
Ivy Schmidt misses on her first. She had 10 points in the first half for Grinnell. That led the team. Sarah Goslink had 8 with 2 3-pointers. Meredith McKnight had 5. Hayden Hull had 3. Neighbors had 2. And Kelsey Van Kopernall had a 3-pointer. But Oski's hanging tough. All led by Mary Nelson. She's had success from behind the arc. And we're going to have a travel on Amanda Fay. Big chance for Grinnell to maybe extend the gap just a little bit right here. Leading by 2. Oski had, up to a 11-point lead, 23-14. Well, it got up to 23-14 at one point. That was probably the largest. Hayden Hull from deep, can't get it to go. Rebound taken by Sarah, and we got a jump ball, and it's Grinnell ball. Tell you, it seems like Hayden's kind of been on a slump. Hopefully she can break out of that as we get going forward. Grinnell looks to work this thing around the top of the key. Up top to Ivy Schmidt, back over to Sarah. Goslink fires a 3 at will and knocks down another one. A Polly Eyes 3-pointer for Sarah Goslink gives Grinnell the 5-point lead. Oskaloosa kicks this thing around. Here's a mid-range jumper that won't go, and the rebound taken by Meredith McKnight. Meredith up top to Ivy. It's going to be one-on-one. Ivy Schmidt coast to coast, and she'll lay it up and in off the glass. I'm getting deja vu of the first time we played Oskaloosa.
Yeah, because the second half was definitely the different ball game when we came there.
Timeout. Oskaloosa will take one with them. 37-30, Grinnell on top.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza. That timeout was brought to you by Marlene Johnson, Farm Bureau Financial Services. And I'm not sure if we said it, but this quarter is brought to you by Brett Nichols State Farm. So thank you to those three for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. So Grinnell on top, 37-30 over the Oskaloosa Indians. 6:48 remaining here in the third quarter. The Indians look to push this thing up the court. Blommers hand it off to Carter. Here's a deep three-pointer by the Indians, and it air balls. Good rebound, though, and Fay puts it back up and in. Hayden got caught sleeping on the back door. Meredith back up to Ivy. And Grinnell will look to slow it down. Back up top to McKenna. Cross court, Sarah Gosling could in their deep three, won't go. McKenna's on the glass, gets blocked by Amanda Fay. And here come the Indians back the other way, one-on-one, and we're going to have a charge. Hayden Hull set her feet. It was a perfectly put charge. There you go. That was perfect. That was textbook.
So that's team foul number 2, second foul on Cryer.
So Oskaloosa gets the out-of-bounds play there. And they'll throw it in over top to Carter, and Carter will bring it up for Oskaloosa. And a blocking foul on Meredith. Got to give her some room.
Actually, Grinnell's fouling tonight's been quite
minimal.
Minimal, yeah. This team foul number 1 for the Tigers.
Edson telling his team to play up. Ivy played up too much and missed her man. Meredith almost got her second straight foul. Here's a take all the way up and in by Blommers. And the lead is back to 3 for Grinnell. Gosling back to Hayden Hull. Ivy back to the wing to Gosling. McKenna backs down, gets caught. Meredith kicks back out. McKenna McKnight. Grinnell stuck in the same problem that they had in the first half, just quickly getting picked up. But Ivy Schmidt's going to fire a three, can't get it to go, and the rebound taken away by Oski. Here comes the push by the Indians. Carter, hands off, layup, won't go. Fay on the board. McKenna strips it away. Ivy going to go coast to coast, kicks back to Sarah. Gosling fires a three, and she can't get it to go. It's a fight for the rebound. Ivy snags it right back. Good fight on the glass by Grinnell. Hayden Hull left wide open for three, and it won't go again. But Gosling again fights hard. Meredith gets it down on the post, off the glass, won't go. Fay with the rebound. Meredith tries to cut off the runner. Here's a deep three-pointer that won't go. Grinnell, that'll be out of bounds on Oski, will be Grinnell ball. Edson's going to call a timeout. We'll take one with them. 37-34, Grinnell on top of Oskaloosa.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and a locally owned pharmacy provides you with personal service from folks who know you and your good health needs. We accept most insurance plans, including most of the Medicare prescription drug plans. And we are there to answer all of your healthcare questions. So why not make the switch to a locally owned and operated pharmacy? Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell on Highway 6 West.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual and Medicap Pharmacy. Thank you to those two for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. That timeout was brought to you by Marlene Johnson Farm Bureau Financial Services. Grinnell leads over Oskaloosa 37-34. By the way, if you're wondering why Grinnell's student section is wearing red, it is because they are celebrating, not really celebrating anything. They're just, since our foreign exchange student, Mads Knudsen, is from Denmark, they just wanted to wear the colors of Denmark. So that's why Grinnell's wearing red. Got a jump ball on the floor. Oskaloosa will get the ball back. I tell you what, a lot of people wanting Grinnell to have a higher seed in the playoffs because a lot of people want Grinnell to have that home court advantage all the way to possibly the Wells Fargo. The only problem is Grinnell seems to have kind of played down to their opponent at some time, and tonight could be possibly a good example of that. I mean, Norwalk, Indianola, they were able to beat Oskaloosa by quite a bit. There's a foul on McKenna McKnight.
And currently right now, the 4A and 5A are the two that aren't out. We do know what 2A and 3A is going to be playing for their.
But we still don't know for 4A.
No, we still don't know about 4A and 5A.
And from what I read, I think it's just they don't have enough information. They don't have enough to pair what they have to pair. We're going to have another jump ball, and it'll go back to Grinnell. Caitlin Van Kopernall will check in for Sarah Gosling. Grinnell just needs to go on a big run. That's really all they need here. 3:52 remaining here in the third quarter. Grinnell on top by 3 over Oskaloosa. Leah Harris, backdoor cut, too hard of a pass by Meredith. Out of bounds. That should be Grinnell ball, or that should be Oskaloosa ball. I don't know why they're arguing that. I was going to say, Oskaloosa ball. What is that guy? I guess he didn't see it right when it happened. It was clearly Oskaloosa ball. And I tell you another thing, Grinnell's press really hasn't done much tonight. There's a deep touchdown pass.
They're able to baseball pass over everything. And
Meredith McKnight with the steal. And Meredith will bring it up for Grinnell. Got to get some points. Leah Harris fakes the three-pointer. She'll kick across to Ivy Schmidt. Back up top to McKenna. Meredith's open down low. She'll put it on the block and put it up and in for 2. Meredith's first points of the quarter. Grinnell leads by 5. There's a bad pass picked up by Leah Harris. Harris kicks over to Caitlin Van Kopernall for 3. Won't go.
That's one way that Grinnell's going to have to start to move Oskaloosa around, is by trying to get it inside, have them pull back off that, and then it will open up the three-pointer and take that hand out of their face and give them the opportunity to shoot.
Kylie Neighbors checks in for McKenna McKnight. Tell you what, no matter what happens tonight, it is impressive the fight that Oskaloosa has laid down so far. Leah Harris kicks back out to Ivy. Harris going to go baseline, back outside. Van Kopernall for 3. Rims out. Harris is on the boards. Back outside to Ivy. Neighbors. Back to Van Kopernall. Bad pass picked up, and we got 3 seconds in the lane on Meredith McKnight.
Yeah, the Oski crowd here has been kind of chirping out
that.
And
it probably should have been a, what am I trying to say? Probably should have been a foul on the, or the 3 second earlier on McKenna McKnight.
And you know, it seems like for officials, that they granted, they have a lot to look at, but if you focus on lane play, it's probably one of the most uncalled calls just because they're looking at everything else.
Meredith can't get the turnaround jumper to go. Faye trying to find someone open. They eventually do get it across the line. And Neighbors tries to intercept the pass, but it's off of her. Good effort, though. So Sarah Gosling checks in.
Neighbors,
Ivy Schmidt,
Hole.
yep. Neighbors, Hull, McKnight, Gosling, and Harris, all in the basketball game for Grinnell. Faye gets it off the inbound. Here's a deep three-pointer by Nelson. Goes. Tell you what, Nelson's having a heck of a night. Coming into the ball game, 29 for 73 beyond the arc. Neighbors loses it on the floor, and it's picked up by Oski. Back the other way. Loose pass picked up. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound by Nelson. She can't get it to go, and McKenna McKnight on the rebound. Oski almost had the lead.
Well, it's been a teeter-totter back and forth of who can make it and who can bring back. And
146 remaining here in the, or 140, excuse me, remaining here in the third quarter. Neighbors will back down and loses it, trying to go to the basket. And we got a foul on Leah Harris.
Leah or Sarah?
Sarah. Two-point lead for Grinnell, but Oski pressuring tough. Faye gets fouled by McKnight. Oh, no, she traveled. Man, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel for Oskaloosa. That was not a foul. That was or that was not a travel. That was a foul. Meredith gets it down low and gets the layup to go. Edson tells his team to put the pressure on. Oskaloosa does get it across the half-court line. The ball's tipped and snagged back away. Down low to Faye. Faye off the glass, won't go. Goslink with the rebound. Grinnell has a chance to push this lead. Goslink up court to Meredith, 48 seconds. Meredith goes baseline, gets bumped. Ball's on the floor. Jump ball, Oskaloosa ball. Calls have been rough for both teams so far tonight.
In some aspects, it's calls that they don't want to call the right call. They're just calling something. I think both home crowd and away crowd here is a little bit on the frustration.
Three-pointer open, no good. Ivy Schmidt with the rebound, 32 seconds. Ivy to push it, one-on-one. Ivy just races around the entire defense and puts it up and in. 6-point lead, but Oskaloosa's getting back quickly. Ivy tries to get in front. Nelson down low to Faye.
Ooh.
Faye carried it, but it's a wide open three. No good, airballed, and it'll be out of bounds on Oskaloosa. Eight seconds. Ivy walks it up, 7 seconds. Grinnell's lead is 6. Goslink open, down low to Meredith, 3 seconds. Meredith gets caught, stolen away, and it's chucked up. It won't count, and that will do it for the end of the third quarter. Headed to the fourth quarter, Grinnell up by 6, 43-37.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Maid and Broad Street.
Whether it's three-point shots, slam dunks, fast breaks, big runs, pass plays, touchdowns, or interceptions, the Hometown Heroes has it all in their menu. Stop by at 908 Main Street right here in Grinnell and check out all the menu favorites. And while you're here, check out the big games on one of our mini screens. If you have extra family and friends, check out the back room for extra seating. Stop in and see us today, Hometown Heroes.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza and Hometown Heroes. That timeout was brought, or that quarter break is now brought to you by Brett Nichols State Farm. Welcome to the fourth quarter. The number one team facing the last team in the Little Hawkeye Conference. And the number one team is on the ropes. Oskaloosa is giving it to Grinnell, only trailing by 6, but I can tell you what, it has been close all game. As we're going to get a foul on Meredith McKnight. And you said it during the break, it's so uncharacteristic tonight's game for Grinnell. I mean, It just doesn't look like the same team Grinnell's had all season.
Team foul number 4 for the Tigers. That's number 2 on Meredith.
Oski gets it in over the top. Here's a floater, and it goes by Presley Blomers. 4-point lead. Ivy's going to push it. And one of the things Edson said in that timeout, from what we could hear, someone's got to step up. Someone's got to lead, keep your head up, and keep moving. There's a bad pass by Sarah, and here comes Oski back the other way. A hand back off, ball's on the floor, and we're going to have a travel.
I think he had to think about it for a second.
He looked at her, she rolled, and he was like, well, this might be a travel. Grinnell needs an explosion of a fourth quarter, I think, just to make this game look better than it was. Ivy Schmidt to the corner to McKenna McKnight. McKnight for three. Won't go, high off the backboard. Oski pushes. Down low to Faye. She's been the main one all night. Her floater won't go, but Oski's on the glass. That won't go, and we got a jump ball, Oski ball.
That should be Grinnell ball. When did we have another jump ball that would have switched it?
I don't know. We've had a lot tonight.
I think we're good. I think that's the correct call, Dan.
Oski gets it within two. The language on the bench for Grinnell is unreal. Edson hasn't really stood up. He's just kind of sitting down along with Kivett. Grinnell's student section hasn't really gotten into it. But there's a nice bucket by Leah Harris, her first basket of the night, and it's much needed. But Oski pushes again. Grinnell can't get back.
Oski gets away with a little bit of a push off there.
Nelson three-pointer won't go. There's a battle for the rebound. There's a drive to the basket. High off the glass. Won't go. Faye on the glass. And we got a and one. Edson wanted to travel, but they're not going to get one. And Oski has a chance to make it a one-point ball game.
It's third foul on McKenna. Team foul number 5.
No good. Ivy races back. She might take it herself. Nope, she traveled. Hesitated for a second and couldn't get rid of it. What has happened to Grinnell? There's one off the knee. They catch a break. Harris has to pick it up. Hands off to Meredith. Meredith runs into Leah, and the layup's good.
That's just kind of how the night's going.
I was going to say, that play right there sums it up. Meredith gets in front of Cryer. Cryer almost lost it. Here's a backdoor cut. Ivy with the interception. Schmidt up top to Meredith. Meredith slowly going to work it around. Meredith tried to cut over to McKenna. McKenna gets around the dribbler. Meredith gets open and lays it up and in, much needed.
Yeah. Nice little teamwork there between two sisters.
Timeout. Oski 49-43. Grinnell on top of the Indians.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza and ASI Signs. That timeout was brought to you by Marlene Johnson Farm Bureau Financial Services. Grinnell on top 49-43 over Oskaloosa. The Indians throw a touchdown pass the other way. It is going to be out of bounds. Oski stepped on it as she touched the ball, so it's Grinnell basketball. You know what would be great is if Grinnell just went on a barrage and somehow ended up winning by 20, so this thing doesn't look close. Because, man, it has been close. Oski has really played well tonight. I give him a ton of credit. I mean, it seems like they've been the better team. Grinnell's just able to just get a little bit more.
In the first quarter, it's almost like Grinnell was holding back, pulling out. And we'll take that Poly Ice three-pointer right there.
Big Poly Ice three-pointer. It's Grinnell's largest lead of the game at 9. Blommer's going to come racing back the other way. Grinnell fans wanted a foul or a push-off or something.
Well,
and one for Oski. One of the refs says it's on the floor. I guess the other ref was like, nope, shooting. So.
Ivy Schmidt, foul was called before the block, but we'll let her go.
That'd be the two-step continuation, I guess.
She got her on a rebound to get swatted by Hayden Hull.
Nice block there by Hayden.
Hayden said not today. So Oski will throw in down 7 with 4:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter. There's a high pass. Yep, out of bounds.
It should be Grinnell ball.
Yep. Hit the bottom of the backboard. Automatic out of bounds play. I can tell you right now, Oskaloosa's record does not show the tough grit on this team. I mean, this is a tough basketball team. They're going to be hard to beat next year. Caitlin Van Kopernal for 3. No good off the rim. Ivy gets the rebound, and floater falls back in for Grinnell.
Well, right now, I think there's too many times when we've been tossing it back out. You have to go in and get that second, just put it right back up.
Meredith gets called on the blocking foul, and that'll put Oskaloosa in the bonus.
It's Meredith's second, third
Grinnell,
foul.
Yeah, it's a 1-on-1. Grinnell has 7 fouls, and Oskaloosa only has 2. I don't like to say that a lot. You're like, hey, man, the scoreboard, look at the fouls, but just interesting to look at.
Well, ironically, though, that's in the first half they had 4, so 11 fouls for the whole game.
There's a failed over the back for Oskaloosa. They missed the free throw, 54-45. Meredith backs down, back to Hayden Hull. Deep three-pointer won't go because it hit the top of the board. I'm glad they're consistent about it because some refs will let that go. But, yes, it did hit the top, which means it's out of bounds.
We could say that's a Poly Ice pizza that fell on the floor.
Yeah, sure. I wonder how many times that's happened.
Sorry, Joey.
9-point lead for Grinnell. Oski races all the way up court. Edson's wondering where's the effort. Hayden Hull with another block. Ivy going to race back using her speed. She'll lay it in off the glass and one.
So we're going to take a trip to the Medicap Charity Stripe, which we haven't been there, I think, only
in
once.
A while. Well, Ivy, we're going to take a timeout. Grinnell will, well, maybe they won't. I think Edson, nope, Edson wants a timeout. We'll take one with them. 56-45. Grinnell on top of Oskaloosa.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Welcome back to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. We're brought to you by Pollyi's and Grinnell Mutual. Sorry, I missed it. I was singing Country Road. 56-45, Ivy Schmidt back to the Medicap Charity Stripe for her second one. She knocks it down. Or excuse me, it was her first because it was an and one. Grinnell has their largest lead of the game at 12. Indians get it across the half-court line, but it's stolen away. Ivy Schmidt has the deep pass back. She'll pass it up to Meredith. Meredith puts it on the floor and lays it up and in. This is the basketball team we thought we'd see. Grinnell pulling away. There's a loose pass. Meredith back out to Gosling. Gosling fires a three, and it won't go. That would have been big. Hayden Hull grabs away the rebound. Ivy Schmidt wide open for three. It rims out. McKenna on the glass. Cuts away. Meredith McKnight goes baseline, gets caught, back out to her sister. McKenna McKnight for three. It won't go. So despite able to get some twos and extend their lead, Grinnell still can't seem to hit from beyond the arc.
I think I would rotate back and go back shooting those 2-pointers. There's a little over the back, not called.
Foul on the floor. You know, Grinnell doesn't really have any tall players. Amanda Fay is only 5'11", but it makes on the floor.
You know, inside position for McKenna there, and that's foul number 4.
Ivy Schmidt will go to the line. That's 8 fouls on Grinnell, so still in the 1-and-1. That one's off the iron, no good. Reach across, not called. Meredith's going to slow it down. Really no reason to pressure. Meredith, crossover, gets stuck. She'll back out to McKenna. The McKnight sisters pass it around. Leah Harris up to Hayden Hull. Hayden Hull's going to take it all the way, and we're going to have a travel.
Well, I'm sure Coach Edson's saying 2 minutes and 41 seconds, get it over with.
Yeah, because you got the number 2 team in the conference coming tomorrow night. There's a push off by Oskaloosa. Grinnell wanted the foul.
Head.
Grinnell wanted the foul. They didn't call it. Fay gets a travel. These refs are going to have to get out of here quick after this game.
It's interesting.
Yeah, you thought the refs exited quickly on the Pella Christian game. These boys better be moving.
Oh, man. 14-point lead for Grinnell. Gosling down to McKnight. Her sister connection off the glass. Won't go, but she's going to the Medicap charity stripe to shoot 2. How about a half for Meredith McKnight? Currently sitting with 10 points in the second half alone. She'll knock down her first from the Medicap charity stripe. Don't forget tomorrow night, starting at 6:15, Indianola comes to town to take on your Grinnell Tigers. Megan Moss checks into the game for Grinnell. McKenna McKnight heads to the bench.
Which is also senior night.
Yes, senior night.
We'll have a...
well, quote-unquote senior night.
Yeah. We'll have our third camera out and about, getting...
Third camera meaning one of us goes on the floor and records it.
Yep, that's true. That is a true statement.
Oskaloosa pushes off. Got away with that quite a bit tonight. There's a loose pass picked up by Ivy Schmidt. Ivy dribbles around everybody. Will she take it all the way? Nope, she'll kick out to Leah Harris for 3. Good! Polly Eyes three-pointer for Leah Harris.
And in a quick hurry, we're almost at a 20-point difference.
19-point game. It was literally a 3-point game, 4-point game earlier in the quarter. There's a fight, scrum for the ball, and it'll be a jump ball, Grinnell ball. But yes, tomorrow night starting at 6:15, Grinnell will take on Indianola. Both the boys and girls. Top 2 matchup in the conference. Grinnell can secure the conference tomorrow night with a win over Indianola. The girls can. And then on the boys' side, can Grinnell, after their crazy win against Pella Christian on Tuesday night, can they come back and win again and take down Indianola? I'm sure Norwalk would be happy about it as that battle tightens up at the top of the Little Hawkeye Conference in the men's side.
Yeah, and what we'll do for our senior night activities is you'll see the stream on the back side, but we'll videotape everything from the front side with full mic, and then we'll post-play it either at the end of the ball game or tie it into the halftime shows so everyone can see what the front view of our seniors' smiling faces look like.
I really want to try to get Kivett up here after the game, but we didn't talk to him about it. I just feel like it'd be interesting to hear what they have to say about the game tonight from a coach's perspective, because it has been a wild ride for Grinnell. And if you're just catching the end of us here on the live stream and you see the score, I can tell you right now it has not been like this all night. Oski trailed by mostly 2, 3 most of the night.
At one point, beginning, they head by 7.
Yeah, up by
much.
7.
So quite the difference if you want to go back and take a look at it from the beginning. But
I think depth in the end has really hurt Oski. There's a nice free throw up and in. I can't tell the number.
20.
20. That is number 20. That is
Aubrey Blanco?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep. Aubrey Blanco to the line for her second. Sinks it. 64-47. Oski's going to put on a little bit of a press. It's a very light press. Leah Harris is able to break through it, and she traveled. Stumbled on her feet.
A little bit of momentum, just couldn't get contained there.
.112 remaining in the ball game here. Grinnell up top by 17. There's a loose pass picked up. Kylie Neighbors passes off to Caitlin Van Kopernal, and Caitlin's able to knock down another one. That was Kelsey, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't think Caitlin
has
Gate's
played.
ready to go 100% yet, so.
Another 3 missed by Grinnell. Rebound taken away by Oskaloosa. 45 seconds left. The Indians look to push.
Oh, a little travel got away with.
Blanco out of bounds. .36 seconds left. I assume Grinnell will just hold. Nope, Leah looks like she wants to push. And Copernal across to Neighbors. Neighbors down low, and we got a blocking foul. So Neighbors will get to go to the line to shoot 2 at the Medicap charity stripe. Neighbors had 2 in the first quarter. First one up and good by Neighbors. Patel and who else subbing in for Grinnell? Vanderleest checking in.
I think Vanderleest probably going for Neighbors.
Strover and Vanderleest getting ready to sub in. And there goes Van Kopernal going out. And rims out. Megan Moss on the rebound. And that one's tipped out of bounds, will remain Grinnell basketball.
They must be done calling fouls.
I tell you what, so Grinnell up by 20. Hopefully this will be roughly what they finish with. Moss gets it in, and we got to travel. But a win, it'll look convincing in the end. I don't think when the state looks at single games and seeding, I don't think they look at box scores. So luckily Grinnell won't have to worry about that. There's a nice pass down low. Vanderleest gets it to go off the gas. And that will do it. Grinnell wins 69-47. It wasn't pretty, but Grinnell pulls away late in the fourth quarter. And final thoughts on this one as I get unofficial scoring tallies.
Well, if you're going to have a bad night, I guess tonight was have a bad night, because tomorrow night we need to come out with at least a B game, if not playing the A game like we normally did. And, you know, Grinnell has done this all year. They go in there up and down shooting woes the three-pointers. And, you know, the games that we're solid three-point shooters, we're hitting that 80 points, even hit 100 points in the beginning, or 90 points in the early year. So we just have to be consistent. I mean, I could tell that there's girls that aren't getting playing time because I think they're still recovering. Sickness is going through this school like crazy. Stay healthy is about all I can say.
Everybody stay healthy. Surprised I haven't caught anything.
It's kind of like when we had Chad back up here for our podcast, which I'll throw out there. Our podcast did not go out live, but it is posted. So you could go and follow up with that. You just go to the original Twitter post, and it's tied out there where the stream is. But Chad made a good comment. He goes, I want you guys to go out and support all your teammates and everything, but wash your hands all the time. and wear something over your mouth so you don't breathe what everyone else is breathing. So comments from the head wrestling coach, stay healthy.
Yeah, everybody stay healthy. It's a final, 69-47. Grinnell wins over Oskaloosa. Unofficial single-player tallies. Ivy Schmidt finishes with 20. Sarah Goslink with 11. Meredith McKnight finishes with 17. Hayden Hull with 6. Leah Harris with 5. Kylie Neighbors with 3. Kelsey Van Kopernall finishes with 5, and Vanderlees finishes with 2. So that'll wrap it up. Grinnell wins over Oskaloosa 69-47. It wasn't pretty, but Grinnell will be back. We got a big showdown. The number 1, number 2 teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Grinnell can secure it tomorrow night for the second straight year outright, and it'll all be on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network starting at 6:15. So that'll wrap us up here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Blake Walker along with my partner Dan Walker. Craig Seek, thanks for running our camera, and we appreciate everyone for watching. Have a good night, and go Tigers.